Okay, this one's quite personal. I joined in 2019, I lost £11, rejoined in 2020 just before lockdown, paid £60 for a year, struggled during lockdown, which many of us did. You're basically left with no support. That is very hard to take. I tell you what, while I'm on here now, I'm going to search this person's name, all right, because this is the first time I've seen this one. I'm going to search this person's name and I'm going to see if they actually reached out to us. Okay, obviously I can't break GDPR, although this is a public review and I think they've revealed the name. But I'm going to show you the message that we've sent back to them, and this is just, there's about 14 messages of us back and forth reaching out. I'll read this last one, where our customer service agent Nessa, who we literally specialise in, it's her job, sole job, to try and make sure people is happy to anybody that's not in a dark place or struggling or anything. Hi Stephanie, thank you so much for your reply. I'm so sorry that you felt like this and don't feel like you have been supported like you'd hoped, as we absolutely do not want you to feel like this when you become a member of Team RH. Of course we don't. So I can look into this for you. Can you let me know if you've managed to reach out to our coaching team so we can investigate this? They haven't, but that's Nessa being polite asking there. I would also love to offer you some one-to-one support with myself and would be happy to send you voice notes for your Facebook Messenger if you prefer this method of making contact. So Nessa's saying she'll literally speak to her. I can only apologise for any confusion caused by the pending post process, as we are to bring a blanket rule where we no longer accept pending posts to the group due to the overwhelming volume of posts we would have loved one to approve. So basically, before, back in the day, we used to get members to post to the group and then we would answer that way. Because the group's that big now and we have an app, we now do one-to-one support. So on our app, which I'll show you right here, you can go on our app and you can literally click, if you go to the help center here, and then you can click chat to coach, and then that'll put you directly through to a coach. You can open this message and then the chat function pops up there and you put your message there. I know it's a bit hard for you guys to see, but we have one-to-one private coaching on the group in the app for $6.99. I believe what's happened here is that this member used to be a member, when they says that used to be thinking, and they've used our old method and they felt like they've not been supported. It's just a bit of a confusion that's went on here. Nessa's in the middle of reaching out to her. Hopefully she can explain to this, get her feeling good. Unfortunately, at the minute with COVID and with the lockdown, many people's mental health's suffering quite a lot right now. Not many people's in the zone, and they can get more upset and negged out more than usual, which can lead us to get into a situation like this. I'm hoping, I trust Nessa, and I know that she can turn this around. And we always, I remember when we set up our customer service and we always go like that, and I says, we have to try with everybody. Not everybody is going to be able to be saved to get them back in a good place, but we've got to make that absolute effort. I'm looking at the number of messages that we've sent back and forwards there, and even this last one. So now you can see what goes on in the background, because that negative looks as though we've just completely ignored this person. We've completely ignored them and just not reached out to them at all, where I honestly believe, looking into this now, she's just tried to use the old method of contacting us, and there's just a little bit of miscommunication. So hopefully I can get this one sorted out and turn it around and getting this lady feeling good. Yeah, it's a difficult one. And while we're on about this one, it's like, we always say, it's like, when you're on the phone, you're on hold to somebody, you're on the phone and like you're speaking to a call agent and you're just getting frustrated, like you can't get through to them. Like you're like, put us on to the manager, put us on to someone that's going to listen to what I say. And like that, and I always say, like, we don't script our service. And I'm like, talk to people like they're a human, like they're a real person, and listen to what they're saying and try and act on that. And try and get them the thingy, and don't get like, we're hardline on, like, I'm like, don't have a slag the member off attitude, like where people like can work in a call centre or something like that, and they go on the phone and they're like, oh God, look at this one moaning and blah, blah, blah. And I says, I know it can be fun in the workplace to have a little bit of banter with your friends and all that, I says, but it leads to a toxic mentality within the workplace to then, which overextends into the memberships. And I'm saying, like, you got to think, like, I know this woman here is obviously got confused on how the process is, but at the same time she's probably mentally in a bad place and she needs some support. interesting. And it's like, don't get angry or annoyed at it. I just think like, we're there, let's sort out this confusion, turn it around and get her feeling good. And me and Rachel's always like really full on about this. And I says, I went, you have to, it's like the customer service level. I'm like, no scripts, like guideline scripts of like, you know, like here's a bit of information to follow, but put in human interaction top and bottom, and then things like that. Make sure that they're being listened to, heard to, and that it's never like a call center customer service like, oh well, blah blah blah, well this is our protocol, you know, when it's just, you're like, oh, it's the worst ever. I want us to treat people like human beings and try and have that connection, because I feel as though that's what's missing in the world and what's best. So yeah, I'll leave these here now on the reviews. I just wanted to show you that we try and be as open and transparent as possible. Negative reviews do happen, but we do try our best to turn it around if possible. And overall, if you look at our performance as a whole, achieving 5-star rating in our category of business, compared to our competitors as well, is outstanding, and that is something we have worked so hard on. And Natalie, our customer service manager, has literally raised the bar to a world-class level. The amount of work and effort that she puts in with her team is it's amazing. It's amazing, and I'm so grateful to her. And you got to remember that she started out as a member just like you guys, so she knew all the ins and outs of things and what needed to be better and how we do that, and we're constantly striving to make it better. So hopefully you can make an opinion of also Team RH as a company, myself, Rachel, our staff members, and hopefully we've done enough to persuade you that we do have the tools, the ability, the care, the love, support, the community to change your life, get you to lose weight, feel good about yourself, feel healthy, all smash it and feel good for the future. Bye guys, take care.